Good afternoon, folks. All right, for today's video, basically what I'm going to be doing here is answering questions, basically responding to some questions I've gotten lately, and just to give advice in general to those of you who are just beginning this language journey. So, as the title says, what should I do? Or I'm sorry, not what should I do, but what level should I attain in the language that I am intending to learn? So yeah, I noticed a little pattern here lately. I noticed that I've been getting these questions of what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And as I've said before, I can't really tell you what you should do. However, I can give you advice. I can advise you, on some things that based off of my experience. That's really all I can do. And you can just take it from there. So basically, when it comes to this, deciding what level you want to get to, it all depends on the individual's goals. Okay, I've said this so many times in the past. It all depends on your goals. It all depends. If you got to ask yourself, what are you doing? First of all, are you going to the country? Are you about to work somewhere where this language is spoken? Do you have friends? Do you have a girlfriend? You have to ask yourself, what are the incentives of me learning this language? That's the first thing before you even try to decide on a level thing. All right. So my philosophy, and this is just my philosophy, you can take it how you want it, but this is just how I look at things. OK, for me, I look at it like this. If I'm going to a country, all right, let's say, for example, it can be Japan. All right, let's say I'm going to Japan to get a job. All right. It only makes sense in that case to focus on Japanese. Okay, forget the other languages. Just buckle down on Japanese. Why? Because I'm going to be working in Japan. All right, I'm going to have to be on a really good level in that language. Okay, I'm gonna have to know a variety of vocabulary and a lot of context such as getting things fixed at home, getting your car fixed. All of these things that you would normally do in your own country. When you're moving to another country, you're going to have to do this. So you're going to have to learn all of this material before going over there. Personally, that's what I like to do. I don't like to wait until I get over there. I like to do it first. All right. I will focus on that. OK, and then once I get over there in the country and I start, I'm getting used to the language and I'm pretty fluent in it, and I can hold my own in all these different contexts. Then if I want to learn another language, I'll pick it up, but the goals for those languages will be different. OK, because once again, I have to ask myself, what am I going to do with this language? Do I have friends? Will I be able to use it every day? You have to ask yourself these questions. Otherwise, you will be wasting time learning things that you won't use. So that's what I would do if it was me. OK, now, if I wasn't going to the country, if I'm in my own country, all right, and I'm learning these languages, I'm going to set the bar lower. OK, the goal is going to be different now. OK, and I've mentioned this before, but I like to really go to at least an intermediate level, either intermediate, upper intermediate. I like to be around there in languages that I'm learning, especially when I'm doing multiple languages. Why? Because I'll just explain to you. Because once I reach at least intermediate, upper intermediate level, I'm able to shoot the breeze with the native speakers. Okay, I'm going to be limited. I'm not going to be able to get things fixed in my house or whatever, all this stuff that we just talked about. But I'm going to be able to speak with the native speaker and shoot the breeze, learn some slang, have a few laughs. I'm going to be able to do all that stuff at that level. Okay, so this is my goal. This is what I would do if I'm not going to the country, but I want to learn the language. I really want to get in just to meet these people. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so these are my goals. All right, these are my standards. All right, so you have to ask yourself these questions before starting the language. Okay, so it's really simple and it only makes sense. Okay, do what makes sense. All right, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. So just make sure you set realistic goals. That's really all. That's really the point here. Set realistic goals, and that's what you should do. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. That's not what you should do. you can just take advice from that and, you know, and go in your own direction. But that's what I do. Okay, that's how I like to do things. Life's easier for me. It's not stressful because I already know what I want to do. It's that simple. So that is pretty much it. What do you guys think? If you guys have any advice, you know, to give to our fellow learners, let us know. Otherwise, yeah, that is the video. That is the rant of the week. And thanks for viewing, and you guys have a good one.